Good evening, dear friends. Welcome to Newspaper Analysis Townhall. So today we are going to decode and analyze India-US relationship and what are the present tensions in India-US relationship and what should be India's path to tackle those tensions in India-US relationship. This article is written by Professor Amitabh Mattu, who is a Dean for School of International Studies, JNU. Before discussing this article, let me try to give you an explanation of some keywords that are used in this article. The one keyword is Praetorian politics. What is the meaning of this Praetorian politics? This Praetorian politics keyword is used here with respect to Pakistan Field Marshal Asim Munir, the chief architect of Pakistan Praetorian politics and sectarian rhetoric, has sent a disquieting signal to India. Let us try to understand what this Praetorian politics means. So this word Praetorian politics, it is derived from Roman Praetorian guards. So what those Roman Praetorian guards used to do, they had excessive control or influence over political process. So it fits on present Pakistan because Pakistan military influence and control political process in Pakistan. So this is the meaning of Praetorian politics. Second keyword that is very important that is used in this article is strategic autonomy. What is strategic autonomy? Strategic autonomy is official foreign policy of India. It is the pillar. What it means? It means when country should be able to take an independent decision that serve their national interest without depending on any foreign country or without the interference of any foreign country. For example, in Israel-Palestine conflict, US is completely with Israel because they have a sort of alliance. However, India is both with Israel and Palestine. India is against violence. India is for peaceful negotiation. So that's how India exercises its strategic autonomy, and that is what US does not like. We will discuss in this article why. Now, India-US relationship, it is defined as a partnership of 21st century. And George W. Bush said that world would see what two democracies can do together. What was the highest trust building exercise between India and US? That was civil nuclear deal that was signed in 2005. What is common between India and US? Shared democratic values, geopolitical interest like China, economic interest. Now, what is the recent tension? What is the source of this tension? Pakistan conducted terror attack in India. India conducted Operation Sindoor to dismantle terror infrastructure. Now, US President has claimed that due to his effort, war was stopped. So US claimed the mediation. Now, US is trying to put India and Pakistan as equal countries. This is meaning of hyphenation. And this is something India does not want, India does not like, because India is a victim of terrorism and Pakistan is an aggressor and is a source of terror. How can India and Pakistan be ever equated? However, present president of USA, Trump, is doing it. Today, in United States, Washington, White House, Pakistan Field Marshal Asim Munir is having lunch with Trump. Trump is talking about deal with Pakistan. Then, recently, Trump threatened Apple CEO that he should not build manufacturing of iPhones and other Apple products in India. Now, India wants to develop as a manufacturing hub. It wants to give alternative to China. It wants to be an alternative to China for global manufacturers. But Trump and USA is scaring them away. They want these companies to build these products in USA. Then lot of Indian software developers, Indian technocrats work in USA on H-1B visa. There is insecurity about H-1B visa also. There is policy uncertainty which can impact India. Now let us try to analyze what this means. It means that the foreign policy by USA or by President Trump is transactional. They are looking at shorter gain. It is a short-term policy. Some people in US consider Pakistan as partner because Pakistan has helped US when US was fighting USSR in Afghanistan. So, some strategists in US consider Pakistan as a known devil which has utility for them. Ashley Tallis, a noted scholar, what he says? He says that India is a fence sitter. What is its meaning? Its meaning is, due to strategic autonomy, India does not take side of US. India remains neutral. He also says that India does not partner militarily with US. India does not want to commit to US, but India want to take all benefits. So they consider India as self-centered also. He says that India suffers from great power delusion. However, Professor Amitabh Mattu has said that Ashley Tallis is wrong. India does not have any delusion, or India is not a fence sitter. Indian approach is strategic patience because India believes in long-term interest. What India should do? India should avoid overreaction. Apart from US government, India should engage with its Congress, with its think tank, and India diaspora, which is very much influential in USA. India should also accelerate some internal reform that will boost investor confidence like US, because US also, what US want is market access in India. What US must do? US must think long term. And US should help in India becoming manufacturing hub. Because India is a very important pillar in Indo-Pacific. That is a construct against China. So if India is strengthened, it will help US also in countering China. So that was our first topic. We have understood the views of Professor Amitabh Mattu. We have understood the views of Ashley Tallis. Now let us try and move on to our second topic. Second topic is about United Nations Ocean Conference that concluded in France last week. This conference is about this treaty, which is known as High Sea Treaty. It is also known as Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction. This is a keyword, national jurisdiction. What does it mean? There is a keyword that is used in this article, that is EEZ. Let us try to understand what it means. Exclusive Economic Zone. Now, every country that has a coastal boundary, this is, let's say, India's boundary. Now, India also has rights, sovereign rights, up to 200 nautical miles. This is under India's jurisdiction. All living, non-living resources, India has right to explore, to exploit. So this is India's EEZ. This is Sri Lanka's EEZ. This is also India's EEZ because these are Andaman Nicobar Islands. This is here India's, and this is Maldives. Now this exclusive economic zone, it is defined by UN Convention on Laws of Sea. Then what is the meaning of high sea? High sea is where no country has any jurisdiction. It is an open sea where no country has any jurisdiction. Now let us try to figure out what this treaty is all about. This high sea treaty, it is about conserving biodiversity here in this area or all such areas where there is no jurisdiction of any country, which is open sea. There is one convention on biodiversity. India is member of this. It is also legally binding. Right? So according to Convention on Biodiversity, it has a target of conserving 30% ocean by 2030. How to do it? How to conserve? Now, the answer of this how is here. This treaty is about conserving 30% of the ocean by 2030. Now, let us try to see what are the objectives. It will establish marine protected area in high sea, which will lead to protection of marine resources. It will prevent overfishing. It will prevent over deep sea mining. It will mandate environmental impact assessment that is conducted at countries level presently for ocean activity. It means that no country can come and just pollute open sea. It will regulate marine genetic resource. There is in the sea, there is lot of genetic resources. There are exotic species. So this high sea treaty is also about regulating these resources and sharing of benefit coming out of it. How to share it between all the countries equitably. Now, for this treaty to become legally binding, 60 ratification by 60 countries is required. Now 56 countries has ratified. India and US has not ratified till now, but they will, because for ratification, some changes in internal laws like biodiversity laws have to be completed, which is taking some time. It will be done in the monsoon session. Right. So this is about this high seas treaty. Now there are two more key terms here. High ambition coalition for quiet ocean. This is an initiative by Panama, Canada. Both of them are leading it, including 35 more countries. It means there are total 37 countries in this. Please write in comment what is the objective of High Ambition Coalition for Quiet Ocean. What is the objective? Tell me what is the objective. Now there is one more, One Ocean Finance. It is an initiative by various UN agencies for financing, unlock billions of dollars from ocean-dependent industries. Now the last topic for today's discussion, Operation Sindhu. So India has launched Operation Sindhu to evacuate its students from Iran, because currently Iran is a war zone. There is a lot of threat to Indian students in every part of Iran as well as some part of Israel. So this Operation Sindhu, it is kind of one-liner only. Thank you for watching this. If you have any question, you can just write down in comments.
Today is June 20 and the news we are going to cover are: the first is Judge Cash case. Here, Justice Yashwant Verma, who is likely to face impeachment motion in the upcoming parliament session. And if the motion is passed, then he will be the first judge in the history of Indian judiciary to be impeached. We will see. Second is Rajnath Singh, the defense minister, to attend SCO meet. Then Taiwan Strait. Okay, so let's move on. So Justice Yashwant Verma, he is likely to face impeachment motion in the upcoming parliament session. An in-house inquiry constituted by Chief Justice of India concluded that cash was found in the gutted storeroom on the official residence of the judge. So basically, according to the report, he is guilty. First judge, if motion is passed. So how Supreme Court and High Court judges are removed? Where are the various provisions written? Basically, the first thing in the Constitution under Article 124 and 218. 124 for Supreme Court and 218 for High Court. The removal of the Supreme Court and High Court judges is mentioned. There are two grounds have been mentioned in the Constitution: proved misbehavior or incapacity. The report found the behavior of the judge to be the proved misbehavior and misconduct, which is explicitly mentioned in the report by the Chief Justice. The removal is finally done by the President. The removal of the judges of Supreme Court and High Court is done under the Judges Enquiry Act of 1968, where the detailed procedure is mentioned as on how to remove a judge. First of all, an impeachment motion is to be introduced in Parliament in either house, either Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. If it is introduced in Lok Sabha, then at least 100 members need to sign the motion. For Rajya Sabha, the number is 50. Now they submit to the Speaker or the Chairman. Then Speaker or the Chairman may or may not admit. These entry cases you have to be very careful with, because these are asked in question. Yes, they can admit or not admit the motion. If the motion is admitted, then a 3-member committee will be constituted comprising Supreme Court judge, Chief Justice of a High Court, and a distinguished jurist. The report will be submitted to the Speaker or the Chairman where the motion has been introduced. Now the motion, when after the committee inquiry, if the judge is found guilty, then a motion in the parliament has to be approved by majority of total membership of the house plus 2/3 of the members present and voting. If it is done, then president will sign it and the judge stands removed. One thing to be noticed is the word impeachment for a Supreme Court or High Court judge is not mentioned in the Constitution. Okay. So now let's move on to the next news. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh to participate in SCO's meeting in China. See, this meeting is going to happen from June 25 to 27 in Qingdao, China. Pakistan Defense Minister will also attend it. This meeting has various contexts to it. The first one is the normalization of the relations between India and China after a 4-year military standoff on the line of actual control, LAC. After the Galwan standoff, there has been cross-border tension in India and China. So now this meeting is very important as after 4 years, first time the Kailash Mansarovar pilgrimage will happen. And the first batch is likely to reach there during these days only. And the second context to it is the Operation Sindoor. As Pakistan will also be there, India will have to expose the Pakistan, the terrorist activities which the Pakistan carries. Third is Iran-Israel war and oil prices. So various contexts are there to this meeting. Later this year, there will be a SCO head of state meeting also in China where the Prime Minister Modi is likely to attend. So let us see what SCO is. SCO is a intergovernmental political and security arrangement. It was formed in 2001, but it traces itself from the 1996 Shanghai Five. In 1996, 5 countries come together to form Shanghai Five: Russia, China, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. What was the motive? The motive was to address the concerns about extremist and fundamentalist groups after the disintegration of USSR. Then 2001, Uzbekistan joined and it became SCO. The name came in 2001, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. In 2017, India and Pakistan joined at Astana Summit. They become the official members at this summit. Now presently there are 10 members, 2 more members later joined, Iran and Belarus. So SCO has total 10 member states: India, Iran, Kazakhstan, China, Kyrgyzstan, Pakistan, Russia, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan and Belarus. These 10 countries. 2 observer states, Afghanistan and Mongolia. There are 14 dialogue partners, not very important. One factual information for prelims which can come: official languages. SCO has 2 official languages for its secretariat, Russian and Chinese. Keep these things noted down. Then what is the significance of SCO? First of all, SCO comprises 40% of the world population and 20% of the world GDP. So it becomes significant. Second, Russia and China sees it as alternative to Western international order. Western international order, that is the international order of US and Europe, where they dictate the terms of international trade, international diplomacy. US also sees it as against America's interest. So US doesn't like it. Now there are various arrangements in SCO regarding energy, trade and security cooperation. One is RATS also, Regional Anti-Terrorist Regional Anti-Terrorist Squad. What it does, it basically fights terrorism. Where is the headquarters? Write in comment box. Write the headquarters of RATS in the comment box. Then importance for India. See, SCO, these countries, it is very important for India because they provide a path, a connection to the Central Asian region. See, being an outsider and just looking at various organizations, various summits is very different from being part of it. Although Pakistan is also part of it, but India connects to SCO for the Central Asian region. This region is rich in various resources, various minerals, even uranium. So it becomes very important for India. So we'll see the outcome of the summit when it will happen around the next week. Next news. UK's Navy patrol vessel sailed through Taiwan Strait. Taiwan, this is Taiwan, this is China. China considers Taiwan as its own. It says Taiwan is not a separate country. It is part of China only. But Taiwan does not accept it. So when the British Navy patrol vessel sailed through it, it becomes an issue of contention. So here, majorly, we will see the information related to the prelims. First of all, what is a strait? What is a strait? This is Taiwan Strait. What is a strait? It's a narrow channel of water connecting two large bodies. What large bodies? It can be water bodies like East China Sea and South China Sea. It connects these two. Or they can be land also, like China and Taiwan. So Taiwan Strait separates China and Taiwan and connects East China Sea and South China Sea. So various straits are in news recently. Such places in news, this can be asked any day in the exam. So one other state which is in news is Strait of Hormuz for Iran and Israel war. This is Strait of Hormuz. This strait connects Persian Gulf with the Gulf of Oman, and it separates Oman with Iran. It separates Oman and Iran and connects Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. This is the strait. This Strait of Hormuz is very significant because Iran has threatened to close the strait. If the strait is closed, it will be a major setback. It will be a major setback for the global trade. 20% of the global oil is traded through this Persian Gulf, this Strait of Hormuz. And in this strait, there is a stretch which is only 33 kilometers wide. So if Iran closes it, which is highly unlikely as it can invoke, very strict action from the United States. But if it happens, then the oil prices will boom. They will increase exponentially. So it will not be good for the global trade. So basically it connects Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman and separates Oman and Iran. So this is Strait of Hormuz. So this is done for the today.